What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? It is Dr. Delatorro. I hope and pray you're doing incredibly well on this evening. I am pumped and I am excited and I am delighted that you joined me for this powerful conversation as we talk about tonight the conversation of 7 massive benefits of mentorship. And I want to kind of begin this conversation because yesterday was National Mentorship Day. National Mentorship Day was actually yesterday. And so I was doing a ton of interviews, media interviews all over the country and around the world about this conversation of mentorship. And so I wanted to have a conversation with you all tonight about some of the things that I was talking about on these interviews. And I wanted to start tonight's conversation by showing you something that I think would be really, really powerful. And I wanted to just quickly show you this incredible photo right here. And so this photo is actually, can anybody guess? Can you put it in the comments who this incredible gentleman is? This photo was taken easily 22, 23 years ago. But I want to start tonight's conversation by helping you guys understand the importance of mentorship. So yesterday was National Mentorship Day. So one of the first things I want you to do is I want you to reach out to anybody in your life that you look to as a mentor. And I want you to touch them and I want you to let them know that you honor them, you value them, and you appreciate them. So I'm going to say that again. Because yesterday was National Mentorship Day, and I think mentors deserve a whole lot more celebration than just a day. I believe that mentors deserve for us to celebrate them literally for a whole week. Okay. So if you didn't know that yesterday was National Mentorship Day, I want to encourage you right now to do yourself a favor and make sure that you honor and recognize the people that you look to in your life as mentors, because I firmly believe, y'all, in the importance of having mentors in your life. And I really believe in the importance of having people that have poured into your life close to you. Does that make sense? And you acknowledge their presence and you acknowledge their impact. So I want you to just kind of shout it out really quickly. If you believe in mentorship in the comments, I want you to just type it in and say, I believe in mentorship. I want you to type that in the comments. And if you see me as someone in your life who is a mentor, then I want you to shout that out as well, because I think this whole week, y'all, we should be honoring and recognizing mentors and the people that have made a tremendous impact in our lives, because I think that's so vitally important. So tonight's conversation, 7 massive benefits of having mentors in your life. Let's go ahead and jump in. Principle number 1, and I want you all to take notes in the chat. I want you all to take notes. Anything that I say that's powerful for you, do me a favor and make sure that you comment. When you type it out in the comments, it lets me know that you're connected with me. It lets me know that you're getting the points and it's resonating and it's landing. Okay. Really, really important. I see you, Dr. Stephanie Burrows. I see you guys on Instagram. I see you, Teresa. I see you, Lou. God bless you. I see you so much. Joven, bless you, my friend. I appreciate you, buddy. So listen, if you're on Facebook or if you're on any of those other platforms, LinkedIn, YouTube, let me know where you're tuning in from and chiming in from, so that way we can definitely connect with you and shout you out. All right, let's jump in. I believe there's 7 massive benefits of mentorship. And if you were to ask me, this is probably one of the most important conversations that I have, because if you were to ask me what has been my unfair advantage, somebody type that in the comments. If you would ask me what has been one of my unfair advantages in the speaking industry, y'all, I'm 44. I've been in the industry full time almost 19 years. I'm 44, y'all. And so to have been in business successfully for 19 years, y'all, I believe that that's impressive. And not just in the industry struggling, let's be clear, but actually thriving in the industry and becoming one of the best in the business, not according to what I say, what others say. That has not come by accident. And that has come strategically from me investing in, pursuing, and capitalizing on the importance of mentorship. So let me ask you a quick question. Do you have the right mentors in your life? And I want to talk to you really quickly about 3 things that mentors save you and 3 things that mentors give you. Right. And then I'm gonna give you a bonus, which makes it 7 principles. So 3 things that mentors save you, 3 things that mentors give you, and then I'm gonna give you a 7th bonus. So y'all with me? Take notes in the comments as we go, because I want to hear from you and I want to hear your thoughts on this. It's gonna be a powerful conversation. The first massive benefit of having mentors is mentors save you mistakes. Everybody type that in the comments and fire off if that makes sense to you. If you've been mentored and mentors have saved you mistakes, come on, somebody. I need you to fire off in the comments. Give me some likes, give me some hearts, give me some thumbs, give me something to let me know that you're in the building, right? Mentors save you mistakes. Write this down and remember for the rest of your life. There are two ways to get wisdom in life: mistakes or mentors. Either you can hit your head all up against book, bit, bit, bit. You can hit your head all day and night and make all the mistakes yourself, or you can learn from a quality mentor who has already been down the road you're trying to go. Does that make sense? Why, listen, why kill yourself? Why destroy yourself by making all the mistakes yourself when someone has already been down the path that you're trying to go? Whatever you want success in, find a quality mentor, which is someone who has done it well, done it at a high level. Write this down: and done it and enjoyed it as they did it. Some of you all go after mentors who didn't enjoy the journey of becoming successful along the way. And if they don't enjoy the journey of becoming successful along the way, guess what? You're nursing at the breast of someone who has tainted milk. I'll wait. You missed it. You missed that one. If you're not careful, because you can be mentored by the wrong person. And if you're mentored by someone who's bitter from what they've experienced, they had a bad experience of achieving their goals and dreams, then you're nursing at the breast of someone who's got tainted milk. It's quiet. Come on, somebody. So it is vitally important that you glean from people who passionately achieved, and they achieved what they achieved with excellence. They enjoyed what they achieved, because at the end of the day, listen, if I made it to the top of the industry, but I have all this malice and bitterness and hateness in my heart, and I'm ticked off at people and groups of people and cultures, and then I mentor you and you nurse from me, all you're getting is all of my dysfunction. All you're getting is all of my hatred. You're getting all that in the milk that you're pulling from when you nurse from me as a mentee. It's quiet. It's quiet early tonight. I need y'all to share this broadcast. Come on, somebody. Y'all, this is probably one of the most important broadcasts I've done. And this National Mentorship Day was yesterday. I was doing interviews all day. So I said, I got to do a live about this to talk about the importance, Jovan, of quality mentorship. So I want every one of you all to have quality mentors in your life. And the first thing that a quality mentor does is a mentor saves you mistakes. Does that mean that you're not going to make mistakes even when you have great mentors? I've made plenty of mistakes. Has anybody had a great mentor and you still made mistakes? Can I get some hands and some hearts on that one? Come on, Dr. Shirley. I know you know what I'm talking about, right? Even when you have a great mentor, you're still going to make some mistakes. But you make fewer mistakes when you have quality mentors because they've already been down the road you're trying to go. So don't try to fool a mentor. Don't try to fool someone who's already gone down the road you're trying to go. They already know what to expect and anticipate. Footnote about that: only take advice from people who've done it. Everybody, please write that down. This is an important takeaway for tonight. Come on, y'all. Only take advice from people who have done it. Some of you all create your own enemies in life because you tell your ideas, your goals, your dreams, the things that you want to accomplish. You tell them to people and you seek advice from people who have not done what it is you're trying to do. And so it's the blind leading the blind. How many of y'all ever prematurely shared your good goals, dreams, visions, and aspirations with people prematurely? And guess what? Those folks didn't know what the heck they were doing. They didn't know what they were doing. And so they could talk you out of your greatest goals, dreams, visions, and aspirations because they themselves had not done it. So you're listening to people who have not achieved the very thing that you want to achieve. Stop telling your goals and dreams and visions and aspirations to people who are not in a mentorship position to help cut your learning curve. I'll wait. Come on, somebody. Stop telling your good goals, dreams, and visions and aspirations to people who are not in a position to cut your learning curve. Everybody share this broadcast, y'all. This is one of the most important broadcasts I've done. If you want to take it to the next level in 2022, you need quality mentorship. So the first thing a mentor saves you, y'all, is a mentor saves you mistakes. That's number one. Number two, the second thing that a mentor saves you is moolah, okay? A mentor saves you money. A mentor can do in one phone call what it would take you 16 networking events to do. A mentor can do in one conversation what it would take 100 emails to do. Does that make sense? A mentor can do in one handshake what it would take you three and four events to go to try to find the right person. A mentor can do it like that. A mentor saves you money. Instead of paying all this crazy astronomical money to coaches who don't even know how to coach, watch this, but they know how to market, so you fall for their coaching. I'll wait. Have a quality mentor who's actually done it, not just making money teaching it, but who has actually done it. I'm gonna say that again. You want a quality mentor who has actually done it, not just someone who's marketing it, but someone who's actually done it. So vitally important that you understand the importance of being with someone who's actually done it. Some of y'all on Instagram saying that there's no sound. What? I didn't do nothing. I don't know where the sound could have gone to. Hold on 1 second. There's no sound on Instagram. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to log off. I don't know why they're why the sound went away on Instagram. I'm gonna keep going, y'all, but just hang tight with me, y'all. And Instagram, I'll have to come back. Sorry about that, y'all. All right, so let's keep going, y'all. So watch this. You've got to make sure, and I want to make sure that you all are tapping into people who have done the very thing that you want to do. It's crucially important that they've done it, because if they haven't done it, then my friend, you're going to spend a whole lot of money paying people who are not qualified, who are not qualified to train you, qualified to develop you, qualified to take you to the next level. Does that make sense? So a mentor saves you money, right? Now, while a mentor saves you money, I want to say it conversely like this. Sometimes it's also going to take money to get the right mentor in your life, because in order to get the right mentor in your life, there's only two ways to get mentorship. Watch this. Seek to serve or pay to play. Write that down. Seek to serve or pay to play. I'm going to say that again. There's two ways to get mentorship. Seek to serve or pay to play. And I've done both over my career. Come on, somebody. I think it's so vitally important that you are connected with the right people, right? So you are growing, you are developing, you are establishing yourself, and you are progressing in the direction that you really want to go. But it is so vitally important that in order to get in the direction you want to go, you have to connect to the right mentors. Now, to connect to the right mentors, you want to make sure that you're either seeking to serve that mentor or paying to play. And I've had to do both. I've paid to play to be in the space where the mentor was. And then once I showed that mentor that I was serious and I was intentional and I wanted to learn and grow, then I was able to serve them without writing them a check all the time. So sometimes you got to be willing to pay to play, so that you can get to the point to where you can serve that mentor over a lifetime. I've had mentors in my life who I paid to play to get access for the first 2 or 3 years, but they've been in my life 20 years. I'll wait. Come on, somebody. I had to pay to get in their environment to prove to them that I was serious. But once I did that, then I was able to what, y'all? I was able to serve them the rest of our relationship, and I didn't have to constantly keep paying. So a mentor is going to save you a tremendous amount of money. The third thing a great mentor does is a mentor saves you a lot of time. And time and money are not the same thing. That's why I didn't make them the same point. Third thing a great mentor does is a mentor saves you a tremendous amount of time. A mentor will cut your learning curve like nothing and no one else. Does that make sense? You got to understand that. A quality mentor will literally shave years off of your learning curve. If you get the right mentor, come on, Jeff Johnson, if you get the right person who's developing you and honing your gifts and talents, then my friend, it will literally cut years off of your learning curve, right? That's why I believe in books and personal development, and I believe in the importance of investing in good material. And the reason why that's so important, y'all, is if a mentor can teach you in a book what it took them 20 years to learn, it took them 20 years to learn it, but you can buy it in a book for 20 bucks. That's a steal. If it took them 15 years to perfect their marriage and you can learn it for $19.97 going to a weekend workshop, that's a steal. They saved you time. If it took an entrepreneur 22 years to master how to be in business for 22 years and you can learn it in a coaching program for $5,000, that's a steal because it saves you time. I was blessed to get a large speaking engagement recently. And my mentor told me, he said, man, it took me 15 years of consideration to get that stage. You got it after the second year of consideration. Why? Because quality mentors, once you've proven yourself to them, quality mentors save you tremendous amounts of time. So I really want to help you understand that mentors do three things. They save you mistakes, they save you money, and they save you time. If you agree with that, give me a thumbs up, give me a like, give me a love, give me a heart, give me something to let me know you're connected with me. Come on, somebody. Does that make sense? And please share this broadcast. There's some really, really great content here. Now let's talk about three things that great mentors gain you. Not only do they save you mistakes and money and time, great mentors, and this is National Mentorship Week, so this is really, really important. Great mentors also give you, number one, they give you access. Okay. Great mentors give you access. And I love the way this person said it. Exactly. They open up doors for you, right? Great mentors give you access. There have been several opportunities that would not have come my way had not a quality mentor stepped in and gave me access. And I want you to write this down and remember this for the rest of your life. You want to make sure that you're connected, right? Come on, somebody. That's right. God bless you, Dr. Jeff Brown Johnson. I appreciate that, man. He said, I saw you on channel 22 years ago, and you came out with a book called Caught Between a Dream and a Job, How to Leave the 9 to 5 Behind. That's right. And step into the life you've always wanted. That's right, sir. I honor you. I respect you. You're incredible, man. Great mentors give you access. Access to the keys to the kingdom or the queendom. Come on, Luke, right? Kingdom or queendom, right? Y'all like that? So listen, come on, Stephanie, kingdom or queendom. I think that's pretty good. So great mentors give you access. But here's the thing. When you get access to a mentor, when you get access to get close, never compete with a mentor. When you get close, learn the recipe. Bishop T.D. Jakes taught me this many years ago. He said, if you're ever in the kitchen with a master chef, never compete with the chef, just learn the recipe. So if you're fortunate to get close to someone who is a mentor, who can teach you about life and business and can cultivate you and take you to the next level, never compete with them. I don't care how successful you become. I will never compete with a Les Brown. I will never compete with a Dr. Willie Jolly. I will never compete with a Dr. Miles Monroe. I will never compete with a Zig Ziglar. I will never compete with a Stephen Covey. I will never compete with a Dr. Maya Angelou. I will never compete with a Dr. Janet Lapp or Patricia Fripp or all the amazing men and women who have mentored me and groomed me. I will never compete with them. I will always honor them because they poured way more into me than I could ever possibly pay for. Why? Because a mentor gives you access. They give you access to the secret sauce as to how they became who they are. And my friend, if you want success, you got to get access. You need the keys to get in. You need the code. And so mentors give you the code. They can share with you the recipe as to how to get where you want to go much faster and with way less headaches and way less heartache. They give you access. The second thing that a great mentor does is that they give you exposure, write this down, and opportunities. Great mentors give you exposure to their network, exposure to their quality of life, exposure to the types of, watch this. I love the word exposure because, write this down, y'all. Exposure helps you understand what to want. Please write that down for me. Exposure helps you understand what to want. Exposure helps you understand what to want. Well, Del, what do you mean by that? If I was to ask you what's the best steak around, and the only restaurant you've ever been to is the Western Sizzler. Come on, can I get a shot, right? Because of your exposure, you're going to say the best steak is the one at the Western Sizzler, right? And then let's say you had been to the Golden Corral and you like the steak at the Golden Corral better than the one at Western Sizzler. Then you would say, oh, the best steak out there is clearly the one at Golden Corral. But people who have been exposed to more know that that's not the best steak out there. So then one of your friends takes you to Applebee's. Can I get a shout? Can I get somebody to talk to me up in here? We're just talking about exposure, right? And so a friend takes you to Applebee's and you get their little seven spices Burberry steak, right? And you're like, oh man, this Applebee's steak is so much better than the one from the Sizzler and the one from Golden Corral. So now the best steak out there is the one from Applebee's. Until somebody takes you to Cheesecake Factory. Now, all of a sudden, because you're exposed to the steaks, come on, Pastor Paulette, at the Cheesecake Factory, now all of a sudden the best steak is not the one that you got from Applebee's. It's not the one that you got from Chili's. It's not the one that you got from Outback. It's the one that you got from Cheesecake Factory. Until somebody takes you to Ruth Chris. Come on, somebody. Does that make sense? So mentors give you exposure because what you think you want and what you think is the best and what you think is amazing is really very, very limited, and it's limited based upon what you've been exposed to. So if you have not been exposed to better, you don't know to want better. Come on, TC Cooper, right? So great mentors do what? They don't only give you access, but they give you exposure to what to want. Somebody type that in the comments for me. You need exposure to know what to want. Because at the end of the day, I can say, oh, I want this kind of portfolio. I want that until you get it. You're like, okay, that's not really what I wanted. So great mentors help you discern what to want, my friend. So vitally important. The sixth thing that a great mentor gives you is they give you support and they give you guidance. Write that down. They give you support and they give you guidance. A great mentor is going to be there for you when you fall. When you fall flat on your face, a great mentor is going to be there and they're going to pick you back up. And watch this. A great mentor does not revel in I told you so's. A great mentor says, listen, life taught you a lesson. Let's get back up again and let's move forward. And hopefully this time with the right support and with the right guidance, you will be able to make better choices moving forward. Does that make sense, everybody? I think it's so important that you know and understand that great mentors are going to give you support. They're going to get behind you. They're going to push your agenda forward. They're going to push your goals and aspirations forward. They're going to challenge you to get better. They're going to give you the support that you need. But they're also going to give you guidance. And they're going to say, hey, do this, don't do that. And when a mentor says do this and not do that, try to do the things they tell you to do and try to avoid the things that they tell you to avoid. And I say try because you're not going to always listen to every single thing a mentor tells you. But they have been down the road you're trying to go. So the best person to learn from is someone who's already been there, done that, got the t-shirt, got the keychain, and everything else. Does that make sense? Come on, somebody. So vitally important. I hope that y'all are getting some great stuff out of this. Please make sure you share this broadcast. So great mentors give you access, they give you exposure and opportunities, and they also give you support and guidance. Those are three things you gain from a great mentor. And the last thing I think is really, really important, and this is one I love to talk about, and this is number 7, the seventh massive benefit to having a great mentor, is great mentors give you what I like to call touchability. Touchability. And I think this is so important because when I ask most people who is their mentor, and one of the questions that was asked earlier was how do you find a great mentor? So I'm grateful for that question, and I will certainly answer it in a few minutes. How do you find a great true mentor? I'm gonna answer that question for you, Jeff. So hold tight for me, buddy. I got you. But watch this. This is very important. And I want everyone who's watching to please make sure that you make sure that you, if you don't already subscribe to our podcast, subscribe to our podcast, which is called Crushing Life with Delatorro. And in one of the first 3 episodes that I did of that show, I interviewed my mentor for the last 16 years. His name is Dr. Willie Jolly. And I asked him a lot of tough questions about mentorship. And I asked him, I said, how come so many people have met you, but very few people have been able to glean from you what I've been able to glean from you and become one of your top students and do certain things that even he will say that I've been able to do certain things above and beyond what he was doing, right? Like Dr. Willie Jolly calls me the best speaker trainer in the country. And even though he has speaker training programs, he says, if you want to learn how to master the platform, Dr. Delatorro is a much better speaker trainer than I am. Even though I've done more in the industry than he has, he's perfected the art of training people how to do it, how to replicate the skill of being on stage. Does that make sense? So I want you to definitely go check out our podcast episode of Crushing Life with Delatorro, when I interviewed Dr. Willie Jolly. But let's go back to touchability, because this is principle number 7. You need a mentor you can touch. When I ask most people who they admire, who their mentors are, a lot of people give me highfalutin top 1% of the population people that they can't call, they can't text, they can't reach out to, they can't touch. And while it's great to have what I like to call those aspirational mentors, I think at the end of the day, what makes a mentor, what makes a mentor different from a coach, because in my humble opinion, coaching is transactional. Mentorship is transformational. Write that down. Coaching tends to be transactional. Mentoring, in my opinion, tends to be more transformational. Does that make sense? And let me help you understand the differences between the two. Okay. I don't mean that coaches can't be transformational. That's not what I mean at all. I'm a very transformational coach. But 9 times out of 10, when you're going to a coach, you're going to get a specific result. You're paying them for their time to help you achieve a specific result. It's a transaction. Whereas a mentor tends to be a lot more concerned about your character, your integrity, your soul. Does that make sense? A mentor is concerned about who you're becoming, right? A coach is there to help you get the goal. A mentor cares who you became along the way to get the goal. Can I get 16 of y'all? Come on, somebody. Oh my gosh. Does that make sense? Come on, somebody. This is so good. I'm going to say it again. A coach is there to help you get the goal, right? I love coaches. I hire coaches. I think coaching is phenomenal. But a mentor cares about who you became in the process to get the goal. Does that make sense? Because at the end of the day, it takes the character that you became to sustain and hold on to the goal that you actually got. So I want you to have a touchable mentor, because when you have a touchable mentor is someone who literally gets in the trenches with you, who will respond to your messages, who will respond to your emails, your texts, your phone calls. Someone who will show up at an event and just sit off in the corner, and their very presence alone makes you feel like $1,000,000. How many of y'all have ever had that experience where you learned and you gleaned from someone, and then the very person that you learned and gleaned from showed up at something you were doing and just sat back in the corner as a proud mama or a proud papa, right? I have had so many incredible mentors who poured into me, and then the moment came for me to be on stage and be the it person for the moment, and they just sat back like a proud mama and a proud papa. Does that make sense? So, my friend, I really want to encourage you to really, really have quality mentors and coaches in your life, people that help you get the results that you want and hold on to the results that you get. I'm gonna say that again. People that will help you get the results that you want and then help you hold on to the results that you get. Two completely separate things, right? I've never seen anybody say, I want to go from rags to riches and back to rags. Nobody wants that. We all want to go from rags to riches and stay at riches and grow those riches, which means that it's not about just getting to the goal. It's about who you became in the process to get the goal so you can hold on to the goal that you got. Does that make sense? 7 massive benefits of incredible quality mentorship. We talked about how mentors save you mistakes, mentors save you money, mentors save you time. And then mentors gain you gain access, you gain exposure and opportunities, and you gain support and guidance. And the last thing that great mentors do is mentors provide what I like to call touchability, right? So one of the questions came up, how do you find a great mentor? And one of the firm things that I believe that you should do is you should go out there and look for someone who's kicking butt and taking names in their industry, in their field, someone that you admire and respect. And when you find someone who you admire and respect, you need to do everything that you can to stay around them. Do everything that you can to stay in their ecosystem. So once you've found someone that's kicking butt and taking names, what I like to call, right? Then the very next thing that you need to do is you need to say, okay, what programs, what coaching, what masterminds are they in? What program can I enroll in that gets me closer to that mentor so that mentor can see my gifts and talents and, come on, TC, develop those gifts and talents. A mentor cares about developing your gifts and talents and helping you take them to another dimension. So the best way to get a mentor and to get close to a mentor, again, is sometimes you got to be willing to pay to play, because you got to figure out, okay, if I think that this person is an amazing person and I want to learn and glean from this person, I guarantee you there's got to be thousands of others that think the same way. So one of the things that's been the key to my success, right, is I have constantly committed myself to making sure that I am learning and growing every year, investing in the best mentoring, investing in the best coaching every single year. And one of the things that I also like to make sure that I'm constantly doing is making sure that whatever program my mentor has, I want to go through that whole process, because they've got answers in their programs, because they're so busy and they're pulled on by so many people. If they have a proven process that they take their students to, like I have a process that I take people through called Crush the Stage. It's one of the top speaker training programs in the country. I have another process that I take people who are entrepreneurs who are serious about building an empire around their speaking. I take them through a process called Speaking Business Mastery, whole separate program. And some of my top students, including Dr. Alana, who's a world-renowned trauma psychiatrist, who's on this live right now, right? Spokes for the Obama Foundation. She's just won the award for 40 under 40 at her incredible university, Xavier. I mean, just done incredible things. But at the end of the day, some of these students, they paid to play. They paid to get access. And they found out, they put themselves through the model to learn all the secrets. Because the best mentors and coaches out there have spent decades becoming masterful at what they do. And you're not going to get that wisdom without making some investment. Because write this down and remember this for the rest of your life. When people pay, they pay attention. Let me say that again. When people pay, they pay attention. Stop thinking that you're doing people a favor by giving stuff away for free. I'm going to say that again, y'all. This is your mentor talking to you. Stop thinking that you're doing people a favor by giving them stuff for free. When people pay, they pay attention. Every time I go to the barbershop, I get my hair cut. I give one of my books away to somebody that's in one of the barber chairs. When I see them the following week, I say, listen, I gave you that incredible book last week for free. Have you had a chance to read it yet? Oh, no. Have you had a chance to go through it yet? Have you had a chance to dog ear some of the pages yet? Nope, haven't had a chance to do that, right? Why? Because they didn't pay for it. And when people don't pay, they don't pay attention. Does that make sense? People don't appreciate what they don't invest in. So at the end of the day, my friend, I firmly believe that you should charge people a good price for people to be involved in the good stuff that you do. And if you spent years and decades and hundreds of thousands of dollars being as masterful as you are, then people should pay that to learn from you as well. Does that make sense? So listen, I just wanted to come on tonight and offer you some great value, offer you some great mentoring, and encourage you to take your life and your leadership to the next level through this experience. Do yourself the favor this week. Yesterday was National Mentorship Day, but I want you to write down 3 or 4 people that you would call mentors. And I want you to do something this week, maybe over the weekend, to acknowledge those people that have been powerful in your life. Do something to support what they're doing. Get behind their vision. Encourage them. Pray for them. I love Dr. Stephanie Burrows because Dr. Stephanie Burrows always, she would just inbox me for no reason and say, listen, I'm praying for you. I love you. I'm praying for you. You're incredible. She even tells me when my slip is hanging. She's like, baby, you had a typo in your last email. Right? But she loves me enough to tell me the truth. So hang around people who will love you, support you, get behind you, push you, and listen and challenge you to be your best self. That's what great mentorship is all about. Yesterday was National Mentorship Day. Let's honor all the people in our lives who have been great mentors, who have coached us, who have pushed us along the way. I remember when I was first starting out and I wanted to be a speaker. I was in high school and I went to a program that was sponsored by Alpha Phi Alpha, the Tampa chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha. And they had a member in their chapter who was a remarkable orator. His name was Craig King, and he was a student at the University of South Florida, where my brother went. But he was a remarkable communicator. And I remember listening to that dude speak, and he blew my mind. And I said, man, one day I want to be powerful like that. And look who's on my live tonight. Craig, I want to thank you publicly, man, for being an inspiration to me when I was first starting out in this industry. And to now be able to say that the Joel Osteens of the world and the Bishop T.D. Jakes of the world and the Les Browns of the world and the Dr. Miles Monroe's, may he rest in peace, power, and prosperity, have been mentors of mine and who have been colleagues of mine. And I've shared the stage with those folks. And it started because I was in high school looking at people like you. I honor you, I appreciate you, and I recognize you, man. So thank you so much for who you are and for impacting my life way back then. And Jeff Johnson, I love you, man. And I will definitely continue to keep you in my prayers as well, right? That's so vitally important. We all need to keep each other lifted, all right? That's right. Love you too, my friend. Absolutely. So listen, did y'all get some good stuff out of, look at that. People saying, I honor you, Del. I appreciate you. Listen, I hope you guys got some great value out of tonight. Pray for the people that mentor you and that coach you, because just because they mentor and coach you does not mean that life is easy for them. They're constantly learning, growing, and evolving just like you, right? They got crazy kinfolk just like you, right? So constantly pray for the people. She's a couple of Stephanie's like, amen, right? That's exactly right, Stephanie, right? So at the end of the day, y'all, pray for the people that lead you. Pray for the people that mentor you and coach you and pour into you. And do everything that you can to never compete with your mentor, but always learn the recipe. Because when you get great mentorship, the best thing you can do is apply what the mentor taught you and then recruit other people to mentor. Always remember this for the rest of your life. You always want to be in 3 positions. You want to have mentors, people you look up to, mates, people that you run with, and mentees, people that you pour down into, right? So a mentor pours into you. A mate is someone that pours alongside you. And a mentee is someone who you pour your wisdom into. And if you do all 3 of those, I think you will have an ecosystem in your life that will be transformative. I talk about all this stuff and so much more in my newest book. It's called Shift into a Higher Gear, Better Your Best, Live Life to the Fullest. Pick up a copy on Amazon, Audible, the audio book, anywhere books are sold. I hope you enjoyed tonight's lesson. I hope you enjoyed tonight's teaching. God bless you. And we cannot wait to connect with you guys soon. Make sure you check out our podcast, Crushing Life with Delatorro. We did a whole podcast episode on the importance of mentorship. We had a chance to go into more detail than we did in this live tonight. I think you will really, really love it. I think it'll bless your life. So God bless you all. If you have not had a chance to do so, make sure you join our Facebook group. We have a ninja Facebook group, which is absolutely going bananas right now. It's called the Shift into a Higher Gear Global Biker Posse. It's called the Shift into a Higher Gear Global Biker Posse. And starting next week, we're doing a 12-week book study based on our new book, okay? So make sure if you have not joined our Facebook group, join the Facebook group. Just go search Facebook for Shift into a Higher Gear, which is the name of the book, Global Biker Posse, right? Join the free Facebook group because we're starting a 12-week book study around my brand new book starting next week. So you want to make sure you jump in on that and take full advantage of it. God bless you guys. Have a beautiful, beautiful night and go into an incredible weekend. And I cannot wait to stay connected with you. Share this broadcast with everybody that you know needs to hear it. And we'll talk to you soon. God bless you. We're going to see you on the other side. Peace and we out, baby. Woo!